Okay, I'm going to be doing a Commander deck showcase, I guess, for Chulane, Teller of Tales. So first off, we got Noble Hierarch. These are just going to be our mana dark section. So all of these will also draw a card and hopefully play a land with Chulane. So Absence Pilgrim, Aquarian Ranger, This is the start of the elves too. So we got a lot of elves in here. Llanowar elves, Findhorn elves, Elvish Mystic, Armor Elf, Untaps of Forest. We're also playing Gavamai, Cradle of Growth, so we can untap Forest with that. And then Boreal Druid. We've got good old Priest of Titania. So since we've got a whole bunch of elves, we'll play this. Tap for even more. Fabra Elder. I can't afford Blue Tender right now, so I don't have that. But we got Sanctum Lever instead. We got Cryptolithrite, so then since we're playing Chulane, we're playing a lot of creatures. All of our creatures can tap for mana now. Gormrites flips into Gaia's Cradle, basically. We've got 36 creatures in this deck, so Soul Ring, because why not? Net mana. Arcane Signet, pretty strong card. A Mistake, apparently. So Lotus Cobra, with Chulane, and we play Mana Breach, so we can bounce some lands and then replay them and net mana. Same with Tireless Tracker. You net mana if you're able to play a land with Chulane out every time that you cast one of the cards later on. So Oko, he's crazy strong, so we can play that. This is the start of the stack section too, so we pretty much only use Oko's second ability. Narset, her -2 isn't that amazing for us, but it's not bad, and the static ability is very strong. It's also not symmetrical, so it doesn't affect us. Mina Harker, this is just Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. So make all of our opponents' free stuff cost more, and then this one makes all of our opponents' free stuff countered, and also they can't cast spells, or non-creature spells, with mana cost greater than the number of lands they control. Containment Priest, because I'm afraid of reanimator decks. Dreadeth Magistrate to stop my opponents from playing their commanders. Even Mind Sensor, stop our opponents from searching, or at least all but the top 4. Linvala, Keeper of Silence, stop our opponents from using their activated creature abilities. Yasharn, stop our opponents from sacrificing or paying life. Not that permanent specifically. And it also gets us some lands. Collector Oof, stop our opponents from using activated abilities of their artifacts. Kataki, it doesn't stop them from using it, but if your opponent is playing a lot of treasures and food tokens and clues and all that kind of stuff, then it makes all of them cost 1, so they basically just have to sacrifice them. Especially if they got both of these out, then they're basically fucked. All their stuff gets sacrificed. Aura of Silence makes their stuff cost more, and also we can use it to destroy stuff, so very versatile. Next we're going on into the protection. So we got good old Destiny Spinner here. Makes our enchantments and creatures uncountable, and we play, the majority of our deck is enchantments and creatures. So Lightning Greaves gives our stuff haste and Shroud. So the Shroud and haste is really good, and it's free, so we can just play a dork and then attach this and then instantly use the dork. We can also attach it to Chulane to make him hexproof. Chulane, Voice of Plenty, makes us, our other creatures, and our planeswalkers hexproof. And it can also be a little win con, I guess, if we have infinite mana. Then, so these two cards are kind of the same. So first we got Linvala, Shield of Seagate. The middle ability I can't activate, but she's Dauntless Escort with flying and gives hexproof as an option, so that's pretty strong. And then Dauntless Escort, don't have Selfless Spirit because it's just too expensive for my taste, considering both of these cards were $3 each. So now the spot removal. So Swords, classic. Chain of Vapor. I don't have Odawara, so Chain of Vapor is pretty strong. Skyclave Apparition. Whoops. Just move my camera there a little bit. So, Spawn moves a creature. We can also bounce it with Holland. It'll give them a token, but that's not a big deal. Token's a lot less scary than a creature with an ability. So, whenever we play a creature, destroy artifact enchantment, play a lot of creatures. So, if they play a lot of artifacts and enchantments, we can blow them up. Farewell. Exile is basically all the relevant stuff except Planeswalkers. Don't have Cyclonic Rift because I can't afford it right now, but we can put Farewell in there. So next, counter spells. So we got Mental Misstep, just in case. Has been relevant even in non-CEDH games. So Swan Song, and this isn't a CEDH deck, obviously, but you know, Swan Song. On offer, you can't refuse. Very strong. Counterspell. I can't afford any of the like Force of Wills, Force of Negation, stuff like that, so we gotta make do with what we got. We got Arcane Denial, Disallow, Stifle. So, you know. Next is some card advantage stuff. So we got Get Probe. Look at our opponent's stuff for free. Brainstorm, because I had one, so I figured why not. The Reality Chip. So this will let us cycle through our deck even if we don't have creatures in hand to draw cards off of. So that's really strong. So then Toski, just some card draw. So you know, he's indestructible. He's pretty cool. He's kind of cute. Dig Through Time. I had Treasure Cruise in here, but having both of them was just kind of too much. So I took Treasure Cruise out, and it's only Dig Through Time now. So next we got some tutors. So Inline Tutor. This is the only one mana tutor that I've got. So yep. Then Idyllic Tutor. So we can use these to search out our win condition, which is Intruder, Alarm, or Mana Breach. And we can also search out Lightning Greaves or our other artifacts with the Inline Tutor. Some creature tutors. We got Aladarmi's Call. The Lightning Room's kind of bad, so you know. Congregation at Dawn. Search for 3, put them on top. Finale of Devastation. This also doubles as win condition because we can just pour infinite mana into it and then make our creature infinitely big and swing. Court of Calling, because it can be free with all of our creatures. So then some blue tutors solve the equation, search for instant or sorcery. So we can search for, say, Finale of Devastation, we have infinite mana. Merchant Scroll, it's not amazing in this deck, but it does something. So, if at worst, it's another way to search out what's it called, Dig Through Time. So that's not bad. Then our win conditions. So we play Shrieking Drake, you know, the classic Holland. And then we got everybody's favorite second, White Mane Lion. I got a Russian foil one. So then we got Intruder Alarm to untap all of our dudes. So we can infinitely, well, not infinitely, but, well, actually we can infinitely cycle our deck with Intruder Alarm if we need to. Not that we need to, we just have to make a critical mass of mana, and then we win. So Mana Breach, basically the same thing except it returns land. And then if we have Lotus Cobra or Tireless Provisioner, you make, either you net mana with White Mane Lion, or no, you break even with White Mane Lion, or you net mana with Shrieking Drake. So Helion, Suncrowned, win condition. We have Triskelion as our choice of creature to go with him, because they can both be searched out of our deck with the next card, and this just enters the battlefield with token with +1/+1 counters on it, as opposed to Walking Ballista where we have to cast it. So then that card is Defense of the Heart. So we just play this. If our opponent has 3 creatures, then on our upkeep we can win. And then just some utility recursion type stuff. So Noxious Revival, it's free, puts a card on top. Eternal Witness, it's kind of the same effect, but it puts it into our hand and it costs 3. So Endurance, this is how we can cycle through our deck if we really want to do that for some reason. You just cast Endurance, and then bounce Endurance with Hullen, and then it comes back to our hand. And then whenever we need to, we can just play them again. And then we have Intruder Alarm out, and untaps Hullen, and then, you know. So you can never really deck yourself. It's pretty much impossible with this version. Drum Bellower just untaps our stuff in our opponent's phase. So we can catch a bunch of stuff and then keep up whatever we want in our hand, or we can just attack and then untap all of our things. So they have Pseudo Vigilance. So then getting into the lands here a little bit. So we had Turn Timber Symbiosis. I just kind of like it. It's a it gets some creatures off or one creature off the top, and it also turns into a land that taps for 1 green, and you can pay 3 left to have an enter untapped. So next the lands. So we got some fetches here. Windswept Heath. Basically, these are just the cheapest ones. So in my area, at least, Marsh Flats. Cheapest on color. Verdant Catacombs. Depend. So next, some lands that tap for anything. So we got Nykthos. Sparse Headquarters. We can also search for this off of any of our fetches. So that's really nice. Even though we don't have a blue fetch, we can get blue mana off of it. Command Tower, because you have to. This is Commander deck. So next, blue-white lands. So Hallowed Fountain. These ones all have basic types too. The ones I'm going to be showing first. So then Prairie Stream, just because that's basic type. Irrigated Farmland, because it has a basic type. And I can't afford duels, so we work with what we got with, or we work with what we got. So Glacial Fortress, untapped, so we have a Forest or Plains. Deserted Beach, untapped, so we have, or enters untapped if we have 2 or more other lands. So now the green-white lands, Temple Garden has a basic land type. Then Sunpellow Grove enters untapped if we control the appropriate basic type. Razor Verge Thicket, fast land, enters untapped if we have 2 or more lands. And then Overrun Farmland, the slow land version. Branch Off Pathway, which is a flip duel, so the other side taps for a white. And some green-white lands. We don't have any basic types in here, but we got Checkland. Vine Glimmer Snarl, so enters untapped if we reveal a forest or island card. Botanical Sanctum, fast land. The slow land is currently too expensive until Baldur's Gate comes out. But, oh, just kidding. I got the slow land here. The Baldur's Gate ones are the ones you have 2 or more opponents. I want to get those as well. Tide Channel Pathway, the flip side is green. Yavimaya Coast. It's just a cheap duel in the green-blue, which is currently very expensive to get any sort of good duels in. So next, we got some utility lands, and sorry, my paws got kind of messed up here. Okay, so we got Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, makes all of our stuff forests, so it works really well with our creatures that care about forests. Boseiju, Proxy, because they're impossible to find. Ghost Quarter, because I have one and they're cheap. And Strip Mine is $15, so I don't want to pay that. So just some basics. We got 2 islands. Old Border Foils. Yeah, sheesh. Plains, 1 plains, Kamigawa foil. And then 1 forest, Shadowmoor foil. And that's it for my Holland deck. I'll be making an updated set this one soon, hopefully, if I remember. Wee! Sheesh!